What's up, my beautiful people? Exile451 here with yet another daily dose of Reddit Happy. Going back into r/deciding to be better today. So, let's get to it. Our first post comes from user In the Cosmos, finally accepting that I'm the toxic one. All of my life, whenever a relationship took a bad turn, or a job didn't work out, or whatever, or whenever just anything slightly bad happened to me, I would always put the blame on others, never on myself. I never self-reflected, and it has gotten me nowhere. And honestly, it's gotten worse. I'm a 19-year-old female, and I know that I'm an extremely caring person. Hear me out. I've always been told as a young girl, though, that I express too much emotion, and that it's a bad thing. I come from a culture where it's a dog-eat-dog world, and you must overcome your emotions in order to be better, to achieve more, and obtain great success. What a bunch of bullcrap. I need others. I need to express my emotions. I need to be accepted for who I am and accept and love others for who they are. I'm tired of being stuck up. I'm tired of pushing others away, and I am tired of using people. My birthday was just a week ago. I know this is the perfect time to change myself for the better and begin living my life the way that I deem acceptable. I want to start accepting love and giving it back. I'm 19 years old though, so I know it's going to be tough to change my ways, but I'm willing to do more than a lot. I can't see a therapist at the moment with me being a full-time college student living on campus, and I can't see a counselor either because honestly, my school doesn't do too well in the mental health aspect. Any advice to begin on / help me with this journey or bettering myself would be greatly appreciated. And I'm also here if anyone just wants to talk. Edit. Wow, I want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart for all the suggestions and advice. I'm so grateful. I know it won't be easy to change, but I know the end results will be worth it. I'll put my all into this new path I'm taking, and I'm sure everything will be just fine. For everyone currently relating to me, I wish you all the best also. We got this. Thank you guys. Well, OP, thank you, because it's not easy to admit that you have a problem, to admit that you might have an issue. I honestly can understand where you're coming from quite a great deal. In my family, there's my dad, me, 2 brothers, and I have 2 brothers-in-law. Out of all 6 of us, I am by far the one who gets the most emotional. So I understand where you're coming from with expressing too much emotion. But you're right, you don't need to suppress it. The more you suppress emotion, the more you just shove it back, the more it's going to create issues in your life. But it's really good to see that you've recognized where you need to change and that you're looking to others to find a path to be able to make that change. Just know that it is possible. Don't give up hope and tell yourself that you're broken or this is how you were raised and this is how you will always be. It is never too late to make a positive change in your life. And you're only 19. You have the rest of your life ahead of you. You really do. Please do update. Let people know how the progress is going on changing and becoming a new person. Let people know how you're doing. And wherever you're at right now, I really do wish you the best. Our next post is from user Papaya. But first, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you can get more of your daily dose of Reddit Happy. Stop calling yourself names. I keep seeing these titles, I'm a loser, I'm worthless, etc. Would you talk to a loved one like this? To your best friend or a family member? Heck no! While your feelings are valid and real, they are not true. Your beliefs about yourself turn into thoughts, words, actions, habits, lifestyles, and then feed back into your beliefs. And every time you say these crappy things about yourself, you give these self-limiting beliefs from which they stem more power. Stop giving them power. It's often difficult to stop the painful and spiraling negative feedback loop. You feel worthless, you stop challenging yourself, you validate your feelings of worthlessness. Or you don't feel lovable, you sabotage relationships, thus validating your sense of unlovability, etc. But you can intercept the cycle at any point to try to steer your patterns into positive, self-affirming ones. While it may take years to change some of the deep-rooted beliefs about yourself, especially if they originate from familial trauma, there are things you can do right now to change the way you speak about yourself and the way you treat yourself. Stop saying crappy things about yourself now. Not when you're better or got it all figured out. Right now. When your mind thinks a crappy thought about yourself, say no, not true, because I am a wonderful human being. Or whatever mantra is right for you. Even if you don't believe it yet, saying it, redirecting your mind to the beliefs you want to have about yourself, will eventually become second nature. And eventually, you'll start to believe. You are alive. The universe has given you this miracle of a life, and the odds of you even existing right now are remarkably small. Your mere existence proves that you are worthy of living. You are lovable, worthy, and capable. Say that crap out loud. OP, you're touching on an issue that I think a lot of people struggle with these days, especially in a world where we're always comparing ourselves to the people we see on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot who seem to have everything better off. We look at the people who we think have it all figured out and we compare our lives to them, then we validate our own feelings of worthlessness or that we haven't achieved as much. In reality, they're just getting by on their own too. They're doing what they can every day. But honestly, you're really right. If you live with those thoughts in your head, they will drag you down until that is, and nothing anyone else can possibly say will pull you out of that. Once you get to that point, it's difficult to change your mindset because that's all you think about yourself. But it is possible to change, just like you're saying. We are worthy of living. We do have a purpose. And just because bad things may happen doesn't mean we necessarily deserve them. We do have an inherent sense of worth even if we can't see it right now. Thank you so much for making a post to remind people of that, and wherever you're at, I really do wish you the best. Our next post is from user Bronzeleaf Dragon. Taking responsibility for my own happiness. Trigger warning, self-harm and addiction. Today, I woke up early and actually felt okay for the first time in a long while. I've been really motivated lately to get myself up and functioning again after being completely emotionally closed off and self-destructive for a very long time. However, I've noticed that some of my bad habits are hard to kick. Self-harm? To me, self-harm has become an addiction. It's the first thing that comes to mind whenever I need a way to cope with stress or other emotions. As you can imagine, this isn't great for my mental health, and I feel set back every time I do self-harm. Also, a lack of routine. I have a very hard time sleeping enough, brushing my teeth, and cleaning up basic things after myself. I know these things will make me feel better and function better in the long run, but in the moment, it can feel too heavy to handle and be really overwhelming. There are some more things I'm struggling with, but for now, I've decided to start small and focus on getting and staying clean, and on developing some routine in my life. I have already kind of kickstarted my routine building by purposely scheduling appointments early in the morning so I have to get up early, and scheduling my workouts in the evening so I'm tired by the time I go to bed. Would love some more tips on this and tips on stopping my self-harm once and for all. I decided to post this here as some kind of accountability and for some support and community. Have a great day. Well, OP, I can't really give you any tips on stopping self-harm because I'm not going to pretend that I'm qualified to do that. That's something you really need to go seek out a professional for. When it comes to taking the steps to build a routine and to kind of start holding yourself accountable, there's one thing that immediately came to mind. I've mentioned this in a previous video, but it was a while ago, so I'll just go back to it again. There's this video that circulates around on social media about once, maybe twice a year, where it was some Marine Corps general or something like that who was at a graduation ceremony for a university. And he said, if you want to change the world, start by making your bed every morning. Because that's the first step. Something small that you can prove to yourself that you can do that snowballs into being able to do more things. Right now, it sounds like you've taken the steps to really kind of start changing yourself for the better, and that's admirable. You need to keep at that though. You need to establish that routine and to take pride in that. Start with in addition to scheduling appointments early, start with making your bed in the morning. Then, after you make your bed, immediately get breakfast, then immediately shower. Just doing those things that become instinctual, that become routine, and that you don't keep pushing them off until later and later in the day really helps change your life and to turn it around for the better. When you don't have a routine, when you just kind of go through the day as you feel like, by the end of the day, you don't feel like you've accomplished something. When you do have that routine though, when you can actually structure your day around it and then be able to fit stuff in that you want to do, it feels so much better by the end of the day. Trust me on this one. Please do keep posting and let people know how it's going with your self-harm journey and overcoming that. And if you need someone to help hold you accountable, please reach out to me. I'm more than happy to at least talk to you and be there as a support. Wherever you're at right now, though, I really do wish you the best. Our next post is from user Gia Baby Girl. Literally tear up your worries and throw them away. I am a huge worrier. I worry about things I have control over and immobilize myself. And I worry about things I have no control over and make myself anxious and depressed. I was reading a spiritual devotional and it talked about ripping up your worries and throwing them away to a higher power. It said the worries weren't my problem, so I decided to try it as an exercise. I wrote down a list of all the things that I was literally losing sleep over because I was so worried. I wrote down things like being alone forever because no one wants me and my finances and my health. Then I ripped up the list, threw it in the trash, and literally wiped my hands of it. I felt so amazing afterwards. I was able to focus on things I could control and I started executing solutions. Now I sleep better, and whenever something starts to worry me that I can't control, I literally wipe my hands wherever I am and tell myself that the higher power is taking care of it. Things I can control, I make a plan to fix so I won't worry. This tactic has reduced my anxiety and depression quite a bit. I hope if you try it out, you find it helpful. Well, short and succinct, but very good advice. Sometimes there's just something therapeutic about writing down everything that's worrying you and then tossing it away like you have the power and control to do so. This is a good exercise that I think a lot of people would benefit from, and something I'm probably going to try here in the not terribly distant future. So OP, thank you so much for sharing. It sounds like it's really working well for you, and I'm happy to hear that. Wherever you're at right now, I really do wish you the best. That was r/deciding to be better, and if you're looking for more inspirational stories of people taking steps to make their lives better, then go ahead and check out that playlist link in the description below. Now you guys go out there, have a great day. I will see you all tomorrow. Until then, I'm Exile451. Stay beautiful, people.